The Mario Kart World Direct. Are we gonna find out why this costs $10 more than Donkey Kong? Some sick new character reveals? Literally anything?
What do you say, Magic Conch? What are we gonna learn from this Mario Kart Direct?
Nothing.
Well, the Direct is come and gone, and the only thing we know for sure is that Nintendo is feeling pretty confident in their pricing scheme. They really did just relitigate the other Direct and call it a day.
If they had Diddy and Funky, I'd understand why it costs $80.
Funky has been known to add $10 to the price tag before.
But what am I looking at here?
It's so Kongless, so devoid of risk. Now before you all panic, I was searching around the web and Google AI says that Diddy Kong is in the game.
All you have to do is beat Lightning Cup on 50cc and you'll get him.
In his Diddy Kong racing cart?
Alright,
Enough joshing around.
everyone is wondering where DK's sidekick is gone, and some are drawing the most wild conclusions. I'm not even gonna explain myself. Watch the rest of the video, but
Obviously, there's been this whole Diddy scandal with the real world P. Diddy, and that has affected the video game world Diddy Kong.
no. I'm not gonna drag this out. Diddy Kong has not made an appearance yet because he draws a crowd. This is a good and a bad thing.
The Switch 2 Direct and the information following it have been packed with just enough intrigue for all of us to market Nintendo's products for free on YouTube. These little snippets of games that we've seen have had us talking for eons about the possibilities and theorizing about what's to come.
While they could have had Diddy Kong appear in Bananza or Mario Kart by now, they can grab some easy attention down the line for announcing him in one or the other. We all know by now that Nintendo is making a big play to put DK on the main stage, and I'm confident they'll want Diddy along there with him.
I just don't know how. Diddy was used pretty frequently after the Rare buyout. They stamped a Nintendo logo on his head, and he became a mainstay during the GameCube era, appearing in a lot of the Mario sports games. Donkey Kong Jr. was originally planned to be DK's partner in Double Dash. They'd already finished a model of him, but they replaced him with Diddy because he had a lot more name recognition at that point.
Poor Donkey Kong Jr. As the game's generations moved forward, Diddy's appearances became more sporadic. If there was a Mario spin-off, there was a relatively safe but not certain chance that Diddy Kong would be there.
Let's look at the Mario spin-offs of the last generation though. Diddy appeared in the starting roster of Mario and Sonic at the Olympics and Super Mario Party, while he missed Golf, Mario Party Superstars, and Jamboree. If you look closely at Jamboree, however...
Alright, so he's technically in Jamboree, but we're not gonna count that.
So if you're keeping tabs, we have 2 games where he's in, 3 where he's out.
In the Switch days, Nintendo realized something. Diddy Kong is a really marketable and recognizable character that people don't always expect to make an appearance. So that could lead to some,
Opportunities. Mario Kart Tour launched with an egregious offer. Diddy Kong for $40. That's right, folks, they launched Diddy as Day 1 DLC for 40 big ones. Now, to be fair, you did also have less than a 1% chance to get him in the gambling for kids part of the game, but that doesn't sound much better, does it? Diddy would also appear in Mario Tennis Aces, Mario Strikers, and Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, all as late-stage DLC. For Mario Sports, the Switch era of Nintendo would develop this new strategy many have called the finish it later approach. Players get free updates. They're disincentivized to rent or sell the game, and they can remarket the game in Nintendo Directs every time the characters drop. Plus, if the game bombs, you can just stop offering updates and save on the overall development cost.
everyone wins? The only issue is, who do you include in these types of drops? What characters and content are going to make someone think twice about booting the game up again or buying it in the first place?
It would feel kind of weird and drum up controversy to remove a staple like Wario just to reintroduce him later, so they need characters that don't feel like they're glued to Mario spin-offs, but still would garner some interest for their inclusion. That's where our boy comes in. He's super popular, had his own best-selling games. It doesn't feel like a given.
He occupies this weird zone where he's not always at the party. A wild card. He's cool like that. Every time he comes back, it's about time too. And this time, he's in the mood.
Funny little fact about Diddy in Mario Kart. He got a Hot Wheels toy years before he became a playable character in 8 Deluxe. It felt like a foregone conclusion that he was going to appear at some point for the better part of a decade, but we had to wait until 2023 to get the Donkey Kong pack of our dream. Wait, that's not Dixie? They were so close! How'd he mess this up? So let's look at our count again. We have 3 games where he's absent, 3 where he's in at the start, and 3 where he's DLC.
So like I said before, I'm pretty confident he'll be in Mario Kart World. I just don't know how or when.
After seeing that Direct, I can believe there will be lots of additional DLC to rake in that sweet extra money. Hopefully they'll bundle it with the Switch membership again, but I think we're looking at some sort of Kong expansion in the future. They already have proof that adding characters like Funky, Dixie, and Diddy will generate buzz and dollars for their games. They already have a lot of animation and sound work from their previous inclusions, so I'm almost expecting some sort of Kong DLC, as lame as that may sound.
Our boy is just too valuable for Nintendo to give him away with your measly $80 purchase. Diddy Kong? More like DLC, give me your money, Kong. What about Donkey Kong Bananza, though?
In the Donkey Kong series, Diddy was a staple, being playable in more games than DK himself in the Rare era. He was totally left out of Jungle Beat, but that was a one-off. He later became a power-up of sorts for DK as the series went on, so he has for the most part been inseparable from his big buddy. When the Bananza trailer debuted and we saw no sign of other Kongs, people were panicked about another Jungle Beat situation, especially with the guys who were developing it. But now that we know that Cranky and Rambi are in the game, I think Diddy's just a matter of time. Like I covered in the K-Rool video you should watch after this one, they're barely getting started with the marketing cycle in this game. I checked the Nintendo News app today and they're still posting rotating pictures of Donkey Kong. Since everyone loves to compare this game to Odyssey, remember when that game debuted and they didn't even show off the main gimmick? We had to wait half a year to figure out why Mario's hat had eyes.
Bananza has a much shorter time frame to get its message out there, but I think we're gonna get that next meaty trailer about 30 days out from the game.
Oh, would you looky there? That puts us right around the launch of the Switch 2 in the big summer game season. The system will be launched, Mario Kart will be out of the docket, and Donkey Kong will be the focus of Nintendo's marketing efforts in their usual June Direct, while they tease a few more upcoming projects for the future. If you don't see Diddy by then, you have my full permission to panic. Until then, check this out. While Donkey Kong has rightfully been the centerpiece of the redesign gate, Diddy has also been adjusted a bit right under our noses.
I'm sure DK Vine or someone caught it, but it's not really anything particularly noteworthy. His brow is adjusted slightly. That's about it.
There are other monkeys that have similar proportions to Diddy, but they wouldn't retool him that drastically, would they?
No, I don't think that's gonna happen.
This drawing is from the Nintendude. He did a long video detailing how DK designs have changed over the years and what he thinks Diddy's going to look like in Bananza.
Needless to say, I think he will be largely the same as he is in the new merchandise. While the redesign is so subtle, the fact that Nintendo tweaked him at all says something.
They're not going to put this guy on a bunch of merch, put him front and center in a theme park, and then lock him in a cage for Donkey Kong's grand return in the gaming sphere.
The bigger, more interesting question is, what role will he play? His usual spot is occupied, and while some sort of co-op mode would be the stuff of legends, I don't think the game could handle it with all the destruction elements and two systems being in sync.
I find it interesting that Cranky has a shovel in hand when you meet him. I can definitely see a scenario where you team up with different partners to gain different abilities. Cranky's Scrooge McDuck jump from Tropical Freeze would be fun in 3D. Come to think of it, I've seen this somewhere else.
In short, I think we all just need to wait and see what the team is cooking for Donkey Kong Bananza. I'm sure Diddy will pop out of some tree saying, "Hey DK!" before we know it.